Stadium in Carbondale. We continue our day one coverage of the 2026 Missouri Valley Conference Softball Championship. Game 3 of 3, elimination game, as the 4th-seed Northern Iowa Panthers take on the 6th-seed Purple Aces from Evansville. And we take a look at the bracket. 2 games in the books. Illinois State with the comeback win take on Belmont tomorrow at noon. Murray State just knocks off Evansville as they will take on Southern Illinois tomorrow afternoon. And we have our elimination game, the matchup between Northern Iowa and the Evansville Purple Aces. Laura Leonard and Scott Warman with you as we continue our coverage here in day one. Well, kind of different ways of making it to this elimination game, as Northern Iowa had a lead until the very end. Meanwhile, the Purple Aces were walked off early in their game.
Yeah, and for Northern Iowa, as we know, they've led the conference in home runs all season long, and they hit 3 of them here today. They led most of the game, as you had talked about, and they were kind of cruising to the victory and looking to advance on to the next round until Illinois State came up in the top of the 7th and hit a grand slam, added an extra insurance run to make it good, because Northern Iowa hit a couple of home runs in the bottom of the 7th to get within 1, but couldn't get any more. And then for Evansville, well, the thing with playing Murray State is you have to deal with their speed, and speed kills, and it did here again in this ballgame. A couple of miscues for Evansville led to several runs, and then Murray State was able to get a long ball as well. They have added a little muscle to their game. They play a lot of small ball, but they've been hitting for power as of late, and then Murray hits the walk-off. Evansville then has to turn around and play right away. Maybe an advantage for them to be able to be warmed up.
Aces and Cats starting lineups and the first pitch coming your way next. It's the Valley on ESPN. Back in Carbondale, and there you see the starting pitcher in the circle for this second game for Northern Iowa today. Anna Wisnowski will get the nod.
Yeah, and we talked about it in their first game. She is a player throughout her career, has battled some injuries, but she's got a little pace to her ball. It moves. She will hit the target. She faced Evansville one time this year. 7 innings, gave up 5 hits and a couple of runs, won that ball game. Only 1 walk and 2 strikeouts in that game.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Aces. A presentation of St. Louis Union Station, the home of attractions like the St. Louis Aquarium and the St. Louis Wheel. You can do it all at St. Louis Union Station. See where it takes you by visiting stlouisunionstation.com right now. A little change up there for head coach Bailey Dillander from the game they just lost to Murray State. It is the same leadoff hitter as the shortstop. Brooke Voss will lead things off, swinging on the first pitch.
Yeah.
Wisnowski, very impressive in her appearance against Evansville. The two teams split the two-game doubleheader. The third game was canceled because of weather conditions, as it was Evansville coming out on top of one of the games. They scored 8 runs in the first inning, which included a grand slam home run.
Well, and that's what they can do. This is a young team. They're scrappy. They've got a little pop in the lineup, and they can get things rolling. They've got some speed, and leadoff hitter Brooke Voss is kind of the ultimate table setter for them. She's battled a little bit of a high ankle sprain and is working through that, but she is somebody that gets up there and gets her hacks in and gets things started.
Voss crushes this one over the boards with a leadoff home run. She was the one with the grand slam to top off the 8-run first inning against Northern Iowa, and just absolutely ambushes Wisnowski for a solo shot to start this game.
They'll talk about being a good leadoff hitter right there. Got a good pitch. And that's exactly what Evansville needed after dropping that first game of the tournament. Able to get on the board quickly.
11 home runs now on the season for Brooke Voss. And Wisnowski, of course, came in relief in that 7th inning. And she wound up picking up the loss in the game earlier today in the comeback victory for Illinois State. Keegan Pye gets the start in right field for the Purple Aces and slaps that one foul.
She's a player that's got a lot of speed. They like her at the top of the lineup. She can do just exactly what you saw. She can lay it down, she can slap it, she can punch it, and just put it into play and use her speed.
Keegan has hits in 6 of her last 9 games. She wore the collar in the game just previous against Murray. Slaps that one foul once again, falls behind 0-2.
Yep, and squeeze in at the corners. Metten playing way in front of the bag, knowing that Keegan Pye can lay something down, so she's got to be on her toes.
One and two. As you can tell, the sun is starting to just begin its set out in the west, which is right over first base. So hits over to left field could be interesting here this evening. And Metten bobbles the hit, and it is an infield hit for the second place hitter, Keegan Pye.
That's all she has to do is put it in play, just punched it, and Metten was right there, just bobbled it, could not get the handle on it, and she knew once she bobbled it, there's no way that she was going to be able to get Pye. And Pye didn't play against the Panthers in the first series, so this is her first look at UNI pitching.
Now here's the dangerous Nikki Bodie. We're going to call that an E5 with Keegan reaching first base. Bodie takes that one inside and low.
And they know they have a good arm behind the plate, so they may not take chances. They want to see if they can go ahead and build that lead like they did in the second game of the series in the regular season matchups.
Pye staying at first. Count now goes to 3-0. Nikki with the 5th best average in the league heading into the tournament, Laura.
By having Pye in the lineup, she started early, and then they brought her back out of the lineup, got her back in there, and she really responded. Having her in there gives them a lot of options, just like this. Can you hit and run? Can you move that runner? Can you do a lot of different things with her.
Lifted and dropped in front of the right fielder, Callahan, and so that's a single, and the first three base runners, or the first three batters, have reached base for Evansville to start this one. All right, let's take a look at the defense. It's made possible by Gatorade for you and I, created to hydrate better than water.
Well, good outfield, a lot of speed, and then up the middle, strong with Smith and Benish. Corners are very strong. Netton, freshman, still learning that position, but playing very well. And, of course, Kate Lappy over there at first, holding down that corner as well.
Little conference on the mound with starter Wisnowski.
Coach Monica Adams out there talking, trying to get things kind of settled down with her battery, her pitcher and her catcher. Don't want to let it get too out of hand here. You don't have any outs. First three hitters have already reached base, and just want to try to get out of this with only giving up the one run.
Right, exactly. Morgan Adams, the first baseman, will stand in.
Morgan Adams having a good, solid season. Maybe not the hopes that she had at the plate heading into this season, but boy, has she gotten some clutch hits for them, and an opportunity right now to get another clutch hit for the Aces.
Over 30 walks, in fact, 30 exact walks this season, which is 7th best in the league. Good eye, takes that one just outside, and the count goes to 2-1.
You know, and this is a situation for the Aces that they dropped that first game, and now you don't need to play tight. Go ahead, play with a lot of confidence. Play a little bit freer. You've already got that one game under your belt, and you're going back-to-back, basically. So you're fresh. Northern Iowa played, had to sit, come back and re-warm up, and maybe that's taken its toll here early on in this ball game.
2 balls, 2 strikes. By the runner at second. Bodie at first. That one misses outside, and the count goes full at 3-2.
Good snag behind the dish. Henricks doing a good job getting that glove out there and scooping that. You got speed at second base, so you know if it goes to the outfield. Got to come up throwing, but doesn't matter there as that one sneaks underneath Henricks. And I think they might be going to the pen. No, that's just Drew Henricks out there giving instruction, getting everybody in the right spot, the right places.
And now Wilkins stands in with the bases loaded, nobody out. And the infield defense playing at standard depth.
Looking to maybe try to turn a double play if they get a ground ball. They do a good job of that. I believe second in the Valley in turning double plays.
Misses outside. No, it's a strike call. Just hit the edge. And it's 0-2 as Wilkins falls behind. Wilkins was 0 for 2 in the first meeting today against Murray State. Went 4 for 4 in one of the 2 games against UNI. The 0-2.
You can just take your time here and make Wisnowski come in with a good pitch, even though she's ahead in the count. Make sure you get your pitch to hit.
And the count now at 2-2. Susan Eads is our home plate umpire for this contest tonight. Again, elimination game between Northern Iowa and Evansville. Wilkins hammers this. Great play by Smith. Oh, off the hands. Benish. And 2 runs are going to score, and Evansville adds to their lead. Well, Smith made a nice play, but the pitch over to Schuyler over at second base was dropped, and everybody's safe.
They thought they got what they wanted, that ground ball that they could turn into the double play, and that backhanded flip just a little too strong for Benish to handle, and that allows a second run to come across.
Good base running by Bodie. Did not stop over at third, just kept running right through to score the 3rd run. Still nobody down here in the top half of the first for the Aces. Wilsey, the second baseman. Jess swings through that. And a snap throw down to second. Adams is back in time. Adams is the runner at second. Wilkins is on at first.
Can't stray too far. We saw that in the first game. Henricks will fire away. She's got a cannon back there.
Not a lot of distance between the home plate area and the backstop. So if you're going to take off on a pitch that gets past a catcher here this weekend, you're going to have to not hesitate at all.
Yeah, it's got to be that split-second decision, and if a ball sneaks away from the catcher, you got to be ready to go. Otherwise, retreat and get back to the base. We've seen several balls skip away, not necessarily directly behind the plate, but off to the sides that have allowed runners to score.
This one to Smith, and oh, it ate her up. Here comes another run around third to score, and it's now 4-0 Evansville. And I think that one right there, just what we had just talked about, Laura, is that sun is starting to set. And if you're on the left side of the infield or the outfield, that could be smart. So let's take a look at it again.
You can see where Smith is at shortstop, and she thought that ball was going to come up on her too. So she had the sun in her eyes, thinking that ball was going to take that extra hop into her glove, and it stayed down and went right underneath her glove.
All right, Laura, let's get to your keys of the game. It's brought to you by Credit Union 1.
Well, for Evansville, what they need to do, and they're doing it right now, attack the zone. They want to get on the board first, and that's exactly what they've done. So far, hung a 4 spot up there on the board. And then they need to locate pitches, so when they get back out there on defense, they got to be very careful with this potent Northern Iowa offense. And then Northern Iowa, you got to have a short memory. Right now, you got to have a really short memory. Erase everything that happened in the game before and up to this point.
Out with the bunt, and the sacrifice is good as she's just out at first base. Runners move up to second and third. So the Purple Aces playing a little small ball.
They might be asking about taking a look at this one over at first base. And I'm going to throw in my last key because for Northern Iowa, it's error-free defense. And we've had a couple of errors so far for them. And here's a look at what maybe they're going to take a look at.
Good shot by our crew.
Boy, that toe is right on the front of the bag, but Lappy did a great job of gloving that throw.
The only thing I'll say is we watch this again, and we'll get a review here. We'll see this again. Did Lappy have it cleanly, or did she bobble it when it got into the glove? I think that might be one of the things that is in question because, I mean, immediately Howe said, hey, let's challenge this call.
It's going to short hop Lappy right there. And then and that's a good point there, Scott, because you can still see, does she have full control of the ball? And the toe is on the bag. what great hand slap he has over there just to keep
right?
that one in front.
It's a real difficult call. We've already had one in our first game that you and I did on a review that was really tight, and they held the call safe over at first base. Right now, the call is out on the throw. Let's see if we get this from behind home plate.
I think the throw gets there. From this angle, it looks like the throw gets there before the toe gets to the bag. But, like you say, does she bobble it?
So we'll get a official announcement here to see if this is overturned or it will be an out call on Howe over at first base. Nonetheless, a sacrifice by Howe is good, 2-3. So just one out and a couple more base runners in scoring position as Valentine, the 8th place hitter, the third baseman, now stands in. Angela has 7 RBIs this season.
Giving her a shot. Her defense has been really good all season. Still struggling a little bit to find her stroke at the plate, but getting the opportunity here.
And slaps this one. Nice job by Skyler to look the runner back at third and get the second out. 2 down.
Boy, and that's a tough play when you're playing in, the infield's in. That ball gets to you in a hurry, and what a quick glove over there at second for Benish to backhand that, stare down that runner, then get the out.
Emma McDonald, the 9th place hitter, as they have batted around here in the first against Wisnowski. Swings through the first pitch for a strike. 4 runs tallied for the Purple Aces in the top half of the first, and they have 2 more runners in scoring position. Can they get a big 2-out hit from their 9th place hitter and try to add to this early lead?
This is a crucial point in this ball game for Evansville, just confidence-wise, to give them that big cushion, to give them that lead if they can get the base hit here.
One and 2.
And as we've seen before, it really doesn't ever bother Northern Iowa to be down by a bunch of runs. And this early in a game, because they know they have the sticks.
Good play by Henricks. Count evens at 2 and 2.
Such good hands back behind the plate for Henricks. She's saved a couple.
Strike 3, Wisnowski gets out of it, but the Aces put 4 on the board as we're just underway with game 3 of our elimination game here in Carbondale.
Credit Union One, the exclusive credit union for the Missouri Valley Conference, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking and an expansive network of 90,000 ATMs from coast to coast. Discover better banking for all at cu1.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Oh, this is tough.
Really tough.
Tough? I'll give you tough.
No, we meant that's tough.
Oh, that's too tough even for me. You need, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Just file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks.
So do you ever take that mask off?
Not even for my wedding.
Oh, she looked so happy.
We're good.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What does it take to be the best? It takes determination and collaboration to take that extra step, to never stop, working to be the best doctors in the country, medical experts listening and getting to know you. St. Louis to Warrenton, Mount Vernon to O'Fallon, Bridgeton to Fenton, because no matter where you are or who you are, we're always there when you need us. Together, we care.
Well, Laura, Miss Ridgway has a nice little cushion to start things out in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, I think she's pretty appreciative of her teammates for getting her that little bit of a lead that she has, and she is a pitcher that she's got a lot of innings that she has thrown this season, and so it's going to be interesting to see how she holds up because she pitched a lot of those innings in that first game. She's got a curveball and a drop, and then she can locate that changeup, and she's going to change the eye level of these hitters with that changeup that she can float in there. So that's a pitch that you need to have when you're going up against a power hitting team.
Benish will lead things off, and the changeup misses, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Again, player of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference, this second baseman for UNI. 4 hits in the series against Evansville. 2 of those 4 hits, she went yard. Benish had a 12-game hit streak earlier this season. Again, leading the conference in batting average heading into this week's tournament.
Yeah, she's worked very hard in the cage, in the off season, in the regular season, just going in and getting hits on her own up against the machines. And Coach Jacobs says she'll go in and put it on a pitch that she has trouble hitting just so she can work on it and see if she can work out the kinks to try to be able to hit a pitch that's hard for her to hit.
All right, we take a look at the Cats starting lineup. Presentation of St. Louis Union Station, home of attractions like the St. Louis Aquarium and the St. Louis Wheel. You can do it all at St. Louis Union Station. See where it takes you by visiting stlouisunionstation.com right now. Bryn Acton.
Yeah, power numbers right there in that number 2 spot. And then, you have another power hitter in Lappy and Callahan. So it's a tough top 4 for Ridgway to have to face.
Acton, who already has the record for most home runs hit by a freshman, hit her 19th in the game earlier today against Illinois. Good pitch by Ridgway there.
I think the key for Evansville is try to keep the ball down, keep them in the yard if you can.
There's a strike on the outside corner. 2-2.
I don't think Acton liked that call, but it's all good hitters. Just shake it off, step back in, look for the next pitch.
This one back to Ridgway. She'll go right to first. Low throw, but nice job by Adams to pick it up as Benish will go to second base. 1-3 on the putout.
When she made that turn, I thought she was going to turn and throw to second.
Too.
And just thought better of it, I guess, and decided to go and get one out for sure. Good job over there, Adams, with the good hands of digging that out of the dirt.
Lappy now stands in, and that one is a strike call. Took a quickly look at the Evansville defense, made possible by Gatorade, created to hydrate better than water.
A lot of players, Voss over there at short and Wilsey at second. We just saw Adams make a really good play, good hands over there at first. Got some speed in the outfield.
Takes that one low.
Benish getting a good jump over there at second base.
2-1 is the count to the first baseman for UNI. Make it 3-1.
Now, you want to be careful with Lappy. Obviously, you don't want to give her anything right in her wheelhouse that she can drive. But you also don't want to put pressure on your defense by putting her on. Look at that rip. She knocked herself over. That's the kind of power she'll generate. She was going to try to get 2 of them back right there.
Foul that one straight back. Again, Lappy leading the league in home runs, but also leading the league in walks. And she gets punched out.
How about locating a pitch? Lappy thought she was going to make her way down to first base, and Ridgeway gets the call on the outer part of the plate. Right across the knees.
That is a foul ball. Callahan's going to have to walk that one off. That's smart.
And right now, Northern Iowa looking to get that 1 run back right here. If they can chip into this lead, get one of them back, they're going to feel pretty good about it.
Caitlin was 3 for 4 in the game against Illinois State earlier this afternoon. 2 down.
And against Evansville earlier this year, 3 for 5, scored 1 run. So sees the ball very well, just looking to get that clutch hit here for the Panthers.
Fouls that one off. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Finish the runner at second with the leadoff walk. 2 down here in the bottom half of the first. Evansville put a 4 spot in the top half of this inning. And this one over to second base. And the runner will be left stranded. We played 1. Aces up by 4. The 2026 Missouri Valley Conference Softball Tournament is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Laura Leonard, Scott Warman, and our entire Tupelo Honey crew. Great to have you alongside Game 3 of 3 here, opening day coverage of the Valley Tournament in beautiful Dr. Charlotte West Stadium in Carbondale. Head to the second inning. Aces looking for an upset right now, the 6th seed with a 4-0 lead as they put 4 on the board against Anna Wisnowski in the opening frame.
Now in the second game of their regular season play, they put up an 8 spot in the bottom of the first, so.
Slackers.
Yeah, they slacken a little bit here today.
Wisnowski, as we pointed out, went 7 innings in the first meeting of that doubleheader in Northern Iowa's victory. And trying to put that first inning behind her and settle down here a little bit in inning number 2. Not getting a lot of help from the defense behind her, which is a little uncharacteristic when you think about the Panthers, especially as many, as you pointed out, double plays as they have turned this year.
They had an opportunity to be able to turn one and get out of the inning. But again, I do think the sun is playing a part in this on that left side.
Nice play by Netton, and that one gets past Lappy, and she hustles back, but Voss will make it to first base to lead things off in the second.
That's an outstanding play over there at third from keeping it going down the line by Finley Netton. The throw, she knew she had to hurry it. She's ready, on her toes. Look how quick she gets up, and that ball just sails on her just a little bit. But again, a player that's still learning to play third base. Shortstop in high school, they moved her over into that hot corner, and I'd say she's doing a pretty good job of adjusting to that position.
They're expecting a bunt from Pye here. And that misses outside, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. They got the wheel play set up for the potential sacrifice by Keegan, but haven't yet seen her square around. That really just halfway almost to home plate.
If you charge too hard, that could happen right there. She could punch it right over the top of you. So you have to be a little bit cautious as you're creeping in at third base. Smith shading over towards the third base side as well defensively, so big hole right up the middle of the infield.
1-2. 2-2.
You still have to respect the fact that Pye could lay one down as a slap or a drag.
And lifts that one, and that's an easy out for Finley Netton. That's the first put out in this second inning. They do give that infield hit to Voss on that play by Netton with the errant throw, but you could tell they kind of just sailed on her because she was trying to hustle so quickly to try to get that throw across the diamond. Now Bodie stands in. Singled her first time up. Part of that 4-run first inning for the Purple Aces.
Boy, Netton shielding her eyes over there at third. She's kind of in and out of the shadows over there. Makes it tough on her defensively, and Smith, son, is just beating down on her.
I noticed that with Peyton Johnson out in left field as well, Laura. Smith at least has some sunglasses on. Here's the 1-1. There's a strike call. Junior catcher with a .389 batting average heading into tonight's contest.
Bodie's that calm, cool, collected player, if you will. She's really good for the pitching staff because she has that calm, even keel demeanor.
Fouled off. We'll do it again at 2-2.
Looking to keep that lineup moving.
Fouled off. Wisnowski already in this second inning with 1 out and 1 on at over 50 pitches.
That's a lot. I know she did not throw a whole lot in that first game, but She has been made to throw a lot of pitches here as Evansville being selective.
And she gets the strikeout, her second of the evening. 2 away.
Get a look at this one on the outer part of the plate. Just drops off just a little bit.
Morgan Adams hammering away at the first pitch, and it'll go out of play. Adams walked and scored last inning with their 31st walk of the season. Voss is the runner at first. 2 down. And now Wisnowski way ahead of the count at 0-2.
Going to be a little bit of a confidence boost if Northern Iowa can get out of this one. Giving up the 1 base hit, not allowing anybody to score. You just kind of have to fight your way through some of these innings. If you don't feel you have your best stuff as a pitcher, you just gotta make it work, trust your defense, work your way through it, get out of innings and get your bats back up to the plate.
Comebacker, Wisnowski, nice play, and we'll head to the bottom of the second. And it's Evansville still leading by 4. Folks, join us tomorrow, Valley on ESPN. 3 more games as we continue the coverage of the 2026 softball tournament here in the Missouri Valley from Carbondale. Game 1 at high noon Central. 5th seed Illinois State takes on the top seed Belmont Bruins right here at Dr. Charlotte West Stadium. Again, coverage starts at noon Central, the Valley on ESPN. 5, 6, and 7 coming up for UNI, down by 4 here in their half of the second inning. As Ava Smithson, the center fielder, who had a 3-run home run in the victory for UNI in the first of the doubleheader between these two teams back in the regular season. That was pretty much the difference in Northern Iowa's victory against the Purple Aces earlier this year. Ridgway in her second inning of work. Worked around a leadoff walk in that bottom half of the first.
Smithson has been a crucial part of this team in Valley play. Injured for most of the non-conference, came back from a broken hand and really has elevated this lineup with that power.
8 home runs really coming in Valley play. If you figure in non-conference play, she might have nearly doubled that.
Yeah, she could have. It's kind of a crazy injury as she was diving for a ball in the outfield, broke the hand in first game of the season and had to sit.
Foul that one back.
That's got to be tough on a senior, too, to go into that senior season and go fired up about it and then have to sit for a good chunk of the season.
Voss handles that for the first down. Ridgeway going 3 1/3 in the game just before this against Murray State.
Well, they have leaned on her heavily this season, and Coach Dillander said that, you know, in a real world, if we could have it to do all over again, we'd like to keep her innings down, but they really needed her all season long, and so she has certainly thrown a ton of innings, and Smith takes one for the team. Get a look at it here. Right up on the arm, kind of where she's wearing that arm shield, so well protected.
And there comes Coach Jacobs. He wants to make sure that his shortstop is okay. He's like, I'm all right, Coach.
That is the 15th batter that Ridgeway has hit this season. Just want to take some time because even though you're armored up, you've got all the pads and everything to protect you, they still sting a little bit. And you want to make sure that everything feels okay. She's not in too much pain, and she's just going to have to shake that one off.
Left fielder Johnson stands in. Peyton batting 300 this season for the Cats.
She will always battle at the plate, give them quality at bats. She just figures out all kinds of different ways to get on base. Smart at the plate, has a good eye.
Two and one. That one just missed outside, and the count goes to 3-1 now.
It did just miss. That's where you need to make a really good pitch if you're Ridgeway.
And she misses after a hit batter. Now she walks a batter. And with one out, Brenner's on at first and second, and that'll set up Henricks, who had a huge first game with a pair of hits in the game against Illinois State earlier today.
Well, she had a pretty good series against Evansville as well. She had a home run earlier this season, 3 RBI. She was 2 for 7 against the Aces. Henricks has been hitting the ball very well
Really
as of
has.
late, and with authority.
Ridgeway with the changeup, misses 1-1. That one inside corner just misses, and it goes to 2-1. So she went outside and low on the first pitch, upstairs on the second one, and then went in tight and low. And now the 2-1. Interesting sequencing here by Ridgeway.
Just trying to change the eye level, mixing things up so you don't get into a pattern where dugout coaches can figure you out. Just want to keep them guessing, and I think she's done that so far.
Goes in tight, fouls it off again. Henricks doing battle with Ridgeway here at the bottom of the second. Evansville plating 4 in the top half of the first. They have the lead against the 4th seed. Elimination game between these two teams. Changeup, and that one's lifted deep into left field, and it is home run. Yes! Home run run, Hendricks. 3-run shot, and the Cats are right back in it.
It hit that foul pole. Just the screen that's off to the side of the foul pole, and it was hugging the line as it was flying out. And that's a huge home run. You just knew at some point the bats were going to get unleashed. And you could see not only how she adjusted at the plate, but the leg drive on that one as it hits high up on the screen of the foul pole.
4th home run of the season for Hendricks. And the Cats are right back in it. RBI 31, 32, and 33 for Drew. And now we get a meeting in the circle for the Purple Aces. There is activity in the Evansville bullpen right now.
They're going to try to settle things down if they can here and talk things over. We want to keep it where it is right now. Get 2nd and 3rd out and get back to the plate.
Alexis Tucker is warming up in that bullpen for the Purple Aces. Now Finley Netton, the 3rd baseman, the 9th place hitter in this UNI order. 1 out, 3 runs have scored, 4-3, Evansville with the lead. Good pitch by Ridgway there, taking a little something off that. And Netton a little ahead on that last pitch. Here's the 1-2.
Well, and Netton can hit it out and has, in that number 9 spot, done a really nice job of turning the order over. The power continues to grow for her. I think things are starting to slow down for Finley Netton.
And the grounder too short. Voss double clutches and just got the base runner. That was close.
Very close. Good hustle down the line. And Voss just calm over there, picks it, makes a good throw. Thought they might take a look at that one. It was very close.
Now back to the top of the lineup for UNI. Vinish led off the 1st inning for UNI with a walk and was stranded at 2nd. She bats here with 2 outs and the base is empty, and already 3 runs scored for Northern Iowa in their half of the 2nd inning. 4-3 the score.
Oh boy. That one, she was swinging for the fences, kind of pulled her head out of that swing. It was the pitch was out and away, and just really had no business swinging at that one. Got her up there again.
16 home runs on the season for Skylar. And now Ridgway with the 2-2. Strike 3, got her looking. But the Cats get on the board. They score 3 and they trail it by 1 as we head to the top of the 3rd.
Best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking.
awards of the 2026 MVC selections made possible by Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters, member FDIC.
We've talked about Skylar Benish, Player of the Year, but tomorrow we're going to get a good look at several pitchers. Tomorrow, Maya Johnson, Pitcher of the Year. What a year and a season she's had. And then a couple of newcomers, Freshman of the Year, Danielson, and Delgado, Newcomer of the Year, both in the circle for Southern Illinois. We're going to get our first look at those two teams tomorrow.
5, 6, and 7, Wilkins, Wilsey, and Howe due up for the Purple Aces as their lead is down to 1 at 4-3. Wisnowski back in the circle for UNI.
Kind of righted the ship in that second inning. Gave up a base hit, but then we're able to get the next 3 out. You have to believe with her experience, she's just going to continue to get stronger each and every inning for the Panthers.
Panthers batted around, or excuse me, the Aces batted around in the top half of the first to plate 4. The winner of this one will play tomorrow night at 6.
A little action going on down in the Panther bullpen.
Count now full at 3-2. Wilkins reached on an error on the flip from short to second in that 4-run first. There is a walk. That is the second walk given up by Wisnowski.
And after putting a 3 spot up on the board, you don't want to put that leadoff hitter on. Always seems to come back and haunt you when you do that.
Squaring around, and Wilsey has a strike call. Well, the cloud deck over to our right has helped out the fielders on the left side of the infield and outfield as they don't have that sun right in their eyes as we saw the previous 2 innings. And there's a beautiful bunt. Only play is to first. Valentine makes it, and the sacrifice is good, 5-3.
What a good job of charging that ball. Everybody kind of surrounded it, and Netton was able to pick that up and make the good throw. And that's a tough one because she had to throw off the wrong foot. She was leaning towards first baseline, but threw it right on target.
Taylor Howe playing left field in this second game for the Aces here this evening. Heading into the tournament, the last 21 games, Howe is batting over .320. One of the hottest hitters in the lineup for Evansville. And takes that one for a strike.
Has the opportunity to get one of those runs back.
And grounds this one foul. Howe, a senior from Warsaw, Missouri. Wisnowski with her 70th pitch, and it's fouled off.
Boy, good job going right side, trying to go opposite field. Advance that runner from second to third.
Wilkins, the runner at second, one down in the top half of the third. This one laced down the line. Wilkins going to round third. She's going to make it home safely. Sliding into second with the double is Howe, and it extends the Evansville lead to 5-3.
Just a little bobble out there in left field, and that allows Wilkins to score. And heads up base running, and really heads up by Johnson out in left field. Little bobble right here. And then she realizes she's not going to get the runner at home, so she throws a bullet over to second base, and it was very close over at second as Howe makes a great slide to the inside part of the bag to avoid the tag.
I just like the hustle by Taylor Howe coming right out of the box, and I mean, not even hesitating, rounding first, saw that little bobble and just slid into second safely for the double. Gets an RBI, 5-3. Aces extend their lead. Angela Valentine, the third baseman.
Well, and
rounded out to second her first time up. Sorry, Lauren.
No, that's how you bounce back, though. I mean, that's what a good team does. They bounce back. They gave up 3 in the bottom of the second. They bounce back. They get one back. And this is a team that Coach Dillander is seen them grow. She took over this team and has had players that have some experience and players that don't have a lot of experience, but they're learning to win as a team and as a group. And boy, the seniors have certainly bought in to what she has brought.
Callahan makes the grab in foul territory, but heads up by Howe as she'll tag and make her way to third, as that catch is out number 2 in this third inning.
Taylor Howe.
I like the base running by Evansville here early on.
Yeah, and Howe really smart, realized that ball was going to the right side. It was going to be a long throw to try to get it to third base. Plus, Callahan was moving away from the play, so would have to catch that, set her feet, and try to make the throw. So smart base running by Howe.
Now Wisnowski trying to bear down here and leave that runner stranded at third and keep it a 2-run deficit for her Panthers. McDonald, the center fielder. 1-1.
Yeah, she's a natural corner outfielder, but they moved her into that center field position. She is learning to play that spot and is held down center field all season long.
And that one fouled back, 1-2. She's one of the players that played for Coach Dillander over at the University of Cumberland. She brought a couple of her young ladies on her team to kind of fill out the roster this year over at Evansville.
You know, anytime there's a coaching change, I think we see that more and more now, that coaches bring a few of their players with them to help build the program that they're going to.
Wisnowski gets the strikeout, but the Aces score another run. They lead it by 2 after 2.5.
When change and uncertainty define the times, it's good to anchor to your roots, to honor and nurture them, to remember how it all started, and let that help build the future. Because we know a strong future is built on a solid past, and that past promises mean future follow-through. You can trust us to protect what you grow, build, own, and value. Trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual.
Since 1907, we've been One Valley, united institutions with common goals, breaking down barriers and building up communities, and nurturing the next generation of leaders who care about more than just wins. MVC student athletes are leaving a lasting impact in the places they call home by sharing diverse perspectives and fostering a climate of unity for future Valley pioneers. We are One Valley.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic, but only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB-Core bat.
Time for tonight's State Farm MVC Scholar Athlete of the Game. It is Northern Iowa's Skylar Benish. She has a two-time All-League choice and has a 3.91 CUME GPA in physical education, and of course the Player of the Year this year. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Playing second base for the Cats. Just a sophomore from Walker, Iowa. Who's that?
I think near Cedar Falls. I can't remember.
Mara Leonard has lived her entire life in Iowa, folks, and she can't
Small
tell me
town.
where Walker, Iowa is. Help her out, Josh.
I can tell you that she played in the state softball tournament. I watched her play in the state softball tournament. She would
So we
put
got that
on
going
quite
for
a
us.
show. Got that going for us.
Voss handles the first out over at short. Acton 0 for 2. Speaking of Player of the Year, this is last year's Player of the Year heading to the plate. Kate Lappy struck out looking against Ridgeway. Kate's in her third inning of work for the Aces.
We have located Walker, Iowa. It's near Cedar Falls. Just like I said.
2-0 to the first baseman for the Northern Iowa Panthers. Trying to break the single season record for home runs.
Now, this is another player that I had the chance to watch in high school, and boy, was she a great hitter as well. Just continued to improve that game, works so hard. Has her own little routine of how she wants to approach her hitting.
Swings through that, and it's now 3-2. Lappy, the senior from Bondurant?
Bondurant. I know where that is.
And she'll take a walk. Base runner for the Panthers with one out in this bottom of the third. They trail it by 2.
All kinds of emotions on that pitch. Evansville thought they might have had her. And Lappy was making her way down to first base. Another walk added to her totals.
Third walk of this game for Ridgeway. And a hit batter. Callahan stands in, grounded out to second, her first time out, to finish up the first inning. Again, 3 for 4 in the game earlier today. That one misses inside, 2-1.
Just want to try to keep the ball down and keep these hitters in the ballpark.
Easier said than done with this lineup.
It is, and looking to try to maybe get a ground ball, see if you could turn 2. But you're right, easier said than done, because Northern Iowa makes such great adjustments at the plate, and if a ball is down low, they know how to adjust and get the barrel on
This
it.
one lifted into right field and at the line, and it is caught. Pie hauls it in for the second out.
You can see how they do make adjustments and getting a good pitch, taking it to the right side, opposite field, putting a little charge into it, but just not enough. out to right field. Pye pulls it in.
Smithson, the center fielder, popped out to short her first time up. Ava takes that one upstairs. 2-0. 2 down here in the bottom half of the third. And Ridgeway just finishing up her 67th pitch, as we'll get a meeting in the circle. Lappy, the runner at first. That was quick.
It was quick, and I'm not sure you can see the reaction of Ridgeway. Do have little action going in the bullpen there. And I know Ridgeway wants to stay in this ball game. So she's going to try to make some quality pitches and get out of this inning.
There's a strike. Tucker again getting hot in that Aces bullpen. 2 balls, 1 strike. Smith is on deck, the shortstop. There's a strike on the inside edge, and the count is full. We'll see Lappy take off on this next pitch.
Gives her a little bit of an advantage if one's in the gap.
And this one lifted into right field, back to the wall, gone! Home run, and we're tied! Smithson has hit her 2nd home run of the season against the Aces as she goes oppo taco, and the Cats have tied it at 5.
Just when you're about ready to get out of the inning, Smithson takes a pitch on the outer part of the plate and sends it out of here. You could see the reaction of Pye out in right. She knew it right away. She turned and gave it a look, but knew it was gone. And this one sails and gets over the right field fence. Her 9th home run.
9th home run of the season for Ava, but for you and I, that is home run number 100 on the season. They hit the century mark in home runs. They've tied it. Now Smith. She lines one into left field. That's going to drop for a single.
Sometimes it just takes one hit that ignites the entire dugout and the entire lineup. That one off the handle, but just enough to be able to get that base hit and keep the inning going.
Now Peyton Johnson. Johnson walked and scored off the Hendricks home run back in the last inning. Peyton takes that pitch for a strike.
So we got a new ball game. We're all tied up. It's a shortened game now.
Fouled off.
These Panther hitters, they fight so hard at the plate.
They're a tough out, there's no doubt. And he not only is, we've talked about, can hit for average, hit for power, but they also issue a lot of walks. That pitch misses, and the count goes full to 3-2. Smith will be taking off on this next delivery.
We saw this in the last at bat.
And did it go around? No, she didn't. And it's another walk. That's the 4th one from Ridgeway.
So they go full count, back-to-back hitters.
And now Hendricks, who's had herself a heck of a day. 2 hits, as we mentioned, in the game against Illinois State, as we'll get a designated runner coming into the game for the Purple Aces, or excuse me, the Panthers, as Brindley Lockett will come in. And of course, Hendrick, this blast off the foul pole, 3-run shot to get the Panthers back into this one. A 2-run homer already in this inning has tied it at 5. 2 down, Ridgway.
She's had quite a day so far. 3 for 4 at the plate in her 2 games, 5 RBIs, 1 double, 1 home run. So swinging a hot bat, and
that one down the line. Rounding third and headed home is Smith, and the Panthers take their first lead of the night at 6-5. Hendrick strikes again.
just wasted no time. Takes it the opposite way down the right field line. Knocks 1 run in. Smith comes across to give the Panthers the lead.
And it looks like the Purple Aces are going to make a pitching change. And we'll let you know who's coming in for the Purple Aces as Northern Iowa rattling the bats here in the third, and they take their first lead of the game. And it's our call to the bullpen. It's brought to you by Rawlings, the official softball of the Missouri Valley Conference and the NCAA Championship. Rawlings, the mark of a pro.
Well, Alexis Tucker has been throwing really well as of late down the stretch. She's got a good curveball, a rise. And her ball has some late jump. It can jump north-south, it can jump east-west, and if that ball is moving around and jumping, they know that she is on and she has some good stuff.
Appeared in the season series with just the 2 games against Northern Iowa with the 1 game canceled. Went 3 innings against the Cats, giving up 5 hits, 4 runs, had 5 walks and 3 strikeouts. Comes into this 3rd inning with 2 outs and runners on at 2nd and 3rd and trying to stop this momentum for the Northern Iowa Panthers as they have plated 3 here in the 3rd and have taken their first lead of the game at 6-5. Elimination game between these 2 teams.
Well, the Panthers have been down in games before, been able to battle back. They're a team that averages over 7.5 runs a game. And they average right around 2 home runs a game.
Netton fouls this one off.
So they can put up a lot of runs. So if they get down in a ball game, 4-0, 5-0, they know that they can come back.
There was a pair of 2-out rallies early against Illinois State to give Northern Iowa the lead. These 3 runs coming on 2 outs here in this 3rd. Zucker. And this one skied into right field, back to the wall, and grabbed for the third out. But 3 runs for Northern Iowa, and after 3, they lead it 6-5. The 26th Missouri Valley Conference Softball Tournament is brought to you by Credit Union One. Discover better banking for all with Credit Union One, the official deposit partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. Learn more at cu1.com. And we have a pitching change for Northern Iowa. And this pitching change is brought to you by Rawlings, the official softball of the Missouri Valley Conference and the NCAA Championship. Rawlings, the mark of a pro.
Kelsey Endress is going to get the call into the circle and see if she can slow down this Purple Aces lineup and stop their momentum and their confidence. She is going to show you a few different things, work inside and out, pitched contact, let the defense work behind her. Not a ton of innings on her arm this season.
Saw Evansville in the 2 games they played each other in that doubleheader and went 2/3 of an inning in her appearance against UE earlier this season. She'll face the top of the order. Voss leading things off. 2 for 2 tonight. Leadoff home run to get this game started and then singled in inning number 2.
Well, Voss battling at the plate, getting some good looks at this new pitcher. Trying to figure out what she's throwing, what the spin looks like. Spoiling some good pitches.
Here is the 2-2 and a strikeout to begin things here in the Evansville half of inning number 4.
Brought a little heat that time for strike 3. Nice pitch. Down. Inside. Just couldn't pull the hands back to get a piece of that one.
There's a strike call. The right fielder Pye 1 for 2. Originally her hit in the first was credited as an error, but they switched it up to a single and scored the second run of tonight's game and also popped out over to third base. 1 for 2.
And again, the defense adjusts for a hitter like Pye from the left side of the plate. They can punch it, slap it, lay it down.
that one slapped out of play.
Trying to take it over the head of Netton as she takes a couple of steps in, extra steps, as the pitch is being delivered to the plate.
Two and two to the second place hitter in this Aces order. They got some work to do. They trail it for the first time 6-5 here in the fourth. Now chops one. Netton with a nice play and makes a throw just in time for the second out.
Oh, he's showing off that arm over there at third as she made some great plays in the 2 games here today. Gets that ball, fields it in fair territory, takes her into foul territory, plants those feet. And again, Lappy over there at first doing a good job of digging that throw out, keeping the toe on the bag.
Bodie is 1 for 2. Singled and scored in that 4-run first and struck out against Wisnowski in the second inning. Facing Enders for the first time here this evening. Again, elimination game between these two teams. The winner will play at 6 o'clock tomorrow night here in Carbondale. Just missed. 2-1.
She's kind of a gap hitter, a doubles hitter. Number 2 in the Valley in doubles.
Change up, and that's into right or left field for a 2-out single. Second hit of the game for Nikki.
Doing a good job of just holding back, recognized the off-speed pitch coming, kept the hands back, and slaps it into left field.
Morgan Adams, the first baseman. Takes that one inside for a ball.
One of the seniors on this ball club, they went through commencement on Monday. They have 8 seniors on this team, and they had a pre-commencement ceremony for those 8 players on Monday morning, as commencement is this week for a lot of schools. As our finals, a lot of these players working through a lot of things, as not only playing softball, but dealing with finals, commencement, moving out of dorms. A lot on their plate right now.
Three and 0 to Adams. 2 down, runner at first, and there is a strike call. Bodie is the runner at first. 2-out single here in the fourth, and that one is fouled off, and the count now goes full with 3-2, and Nikki will be taken off on this next delivery.
Get that nice advantage. Bodie has some speed, so if something in the gap, they could try to send her.
Change up and skied into short left field, and Johnson's there for the grab. We played 3.5. Northern Iowa up by 1.
When change and uncertainty define the times, it's good
game recap, a production of Explore St. Louis.
Well, Evansville started off really hot, got a leadoff home run from Brooke Voss, and they proceeded to put 3 more on the board in that first inning to go up 4-0. And then in the second inning, slowly but surely, the bats start to heat up for the Panthers. Get a home run from Henricks, and then another home run from Smithson in the third. And they were able to eventually take a 1-run lead, and that's where we sit right now.
Start planning your St. Louis trip to see the Gateway Arch City Museum and other attractions now at ExploreSt.Louis.com. So Alexis Tucker will see the top of the lineup for the first time tonight in the UNI order, as she has come in to replace Ridgway in the last inning. Finish 0 for 1. A walk and a strikeout. Been relatively quiet in this first day of the tournament, but you're just waiting for that moment, right?
Well, she is one that certainly can explode, and I just was sitting here thinking, you know, she hasn't gotten on enough. She can steal bases. She is on now, and so hustles down to first base. See if they might try to get her moving. See if they could get her a stolen base or maybe work a little hit and run, get behind that runner. See how they play this, but maybe they can get her moving. She's got 14 stolen bases on the season.
Bryn Acton takes the first one from Tucker for a strike. 0 for 2 for the designated player for Northern Iowa. And that one scorched into center, and making a nice grab for the out and straightaway center field is Emma McDonald.
Again, learning to play that position, more of a corner outfield, playing fairly deep in center, and you have to against this team, against the Panthers, and had to come running in. Loves that, keeps it in the webbing of the glove.
Runner going, and the throw not in time. Stolen base number 15.
Voss got over there, and she brought the glove down a little quicker than she should have. Didn't glove the ball, but got a good jump. Here's the throw, just off the tip of the glove, and it gets Voss right in the cheek. Good job by Bodie keeping that ball in front, because Benish had thoughts of maybe trying to scamper over to third base.
Bodie wants to have a quick conversation with Tucker in the circle.
You know, talking about let's keep it up a little bit in the zone. Let's don't have anything in the dirt. Want to try to keep everything in front. Don't want anything to get by and allow that base runner to advance.
And that pitch misses. 2-1. One down in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Finish the runner at second. And Lappy swings through that one for a strike. Tucker fouled back by Lappy, and the count remains at 2-2.
Lappy can shorten up that swing and hit in the gap.
Ooh, got the strikeout. Punched out for the second time, and there's 2 down. Alexis bearing down with the strikeout.
And they're just getting her to chase after pitches. She does strike out a lot. She hits a lot of home runs, but she also strikes out a lot. That kind of the good and the bad of it. but they are getting her on that pitch out and away from her. She's just waving at it and not catching up to it.
That pitch is fouled off. And now Tucker way ahead at 0-2. Third and chase, 1-2.
If you're the Panthers, you just want to get Benish in. You want an insurance run. You want to pad that lead.
And this one skied into left field, back to the wall, and it's gone.
That'll pad the lead.
Third home run of the game for UNI, and that's the insurance runs that Laura was just talking about, and they extend the lead now to 8-5.
Just waited and got her pitch. And just a big uppercut. And launched that one out of here. And she knew it right away. Once she connected, she knew that it was going to fly out of here. That's number 9 for her on the season.
That's 6 home runs today by Northern Iowa. And we're just in the bottom of the 4th.
We had talked about it. We knew that this team could hit them, and we came into that first game expecting a ton of fireworks, and we didn't get them early. But by the end of the ball game, we weren't disappointed at all by the comeback that they made. They made that game close in the bottom of the 7th with a couple of home runs.
Smithson also going yard in this one.
But that's how this team is built. It's a lot of power, top to bottom. They rely a lot on that home run ball.
Count now at 2-2 to the center fielder for Northern Iowa. They've plated 2. And a swing and a miss. More damage done by the Cats. They extend their lead 8-5 after 4.
Credit Union One, the exclusive credit union for the Missouri Valley Conference, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking and an expansive network of 90,000 ATMs from coast to coast. Discover better banking for all at cu1.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Will you be there when I need help, just like State Farm?
Forget what we told you. It ain't worth squat. It doesn't make a difference if you're happy or not.
See the lift? Stop living on a prayer and get State Farm.
Oh, now we're prepared. Whoa, State Farm is there. State Farm is there.
It's not every day you get to pet a slippery, slimy jellyfish. Unless you're at the nation's most interactive aquarium. Here, you can experience ocean life in real life. Feed real fish. Come face to fin with real sharks. Spark real wonder at every turn. With interactive exhibits, it's wow at first touch. For the kids and for the kids at heart. Come for the nibbles, stay for the giggles. Come visit the nation's most interactive aquarium, only in St. Louis.
Hey, college softball fans, tune in to watch the NCAA Division I Softball Championship Selection Show coming up this Sunday, 7 Eastern on ESPN2. Visit ncaa.com/WCWS to download the bracket for game and broadcast information. That's ncaa.com/WCWS. To the 5th inning we go in Carbondale. Aces got some work to do after scoring 4 runs in the first inning. They've only plated 1 other run in the 3rd, and they now trail it by a score of 8-5 as Northern Iowa scored 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, and they have just hit a 2-run shot to play 2 in the 4th and take a 3-run lead. Elimination game between these two teams. Andrews back in for her second inning of work in the circle in relief for the Cats.
Ahead in the count, and we've seen since she's come into the game, she's got a pretty good little off-speed pitch that she has shown these Purple Aces hitters.
Wilkins, the designated player, has been on base both times in her plate appearances. She fouls that one straight back. Reached on an error in the first and walked and scored in the third.
The second game that these two teams met up, she was 4 for 4 with an RBI, looking to try to set the table here in this 5th inning.
And the changeup and a strike call.
There's that changeup. It just floats in there. It really fooled Wilkins. Right there, you can see she tries to hold, and she kind of starts walking. She knew it, hoping that they weren't going to ring her up.
Coach Dillander went down to have a quick check with the home plate umpire, Susan Eads, on that. And Coach Dillander, boy, you look at her resume, and we talked about it earlier coming from the University of Cumberland. What a resume she has built up down in NAIA, but man, oh man, some championship softball there for that university. Rounded to third, 5-3, 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th inning.
There were a couple of seniors that were on the search committee when they were interviewing for that position, and she said they certainly have bought into her philosophy and her ideas, and they're all in, and they want to lay the groundwork for what's to come for this Evansville team.
4-time Mid-South Conference Coach of the Year. Three straight World Series appearances. And trying to bring that championship caliber softball down to Southwest Indiana.
She's got a lot of enthusiasm, loves the game, and I think just excited to have this job and really wants to build this team back into a contender.
First time a 6th seed since 2016 are the Aces. 1-2, and that one misses. 2-2. Base is empty, 2 out in the Aces' top half of the 5th. Howe fouls that one off. Taylor waits for the 2-2, and the changeup misses, and the count goes full.
Just floated out of the zone, but that changeup that she has is really good. She can spot that changeup and get hitters out.
Oh, blew that one past her, and it's a 1-2-3. Top of the 5th. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Northern Iowa holding on to the 3-run lead. The 2026 Missouri Valley Conference Softball Tournament is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Contact a Grinnell Mutual agent near you for all your home, farm, auto, or business insurance needs. Cats fans are happy right now. Their team up by 3, and they're up in the Northern Iowa half of the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th. They have a 3-run lead now at 8-5, and they have scored runs in each of the last 3 innings to take the lead. Tucker back in the circle again for Evansville in this 5th. 6, 7, and 8 coming up in this inning for the Cats.
Aces looking for a clean inning here, trying to get out of it 1, 2, 3. Very hard to do against this Panther offense.
Smith was hit by a pitch in her tricep area and eventually scored and singled and scored in the 3rd. That hit batter was in the 2nd. And on the changeup, lifts this one. Voss, her counterpart, is under it for the outs.
Taking a little something off of it. These aggressive hitters getting loaded up, ready to swing away, and that off speed comes. They just get up underneath it and pop it up to short.
Peyton Johnson has walked twice and scored twice.
Talk about this team. We've talked about the home runs, and we've seen a lot of the home runs, but this is also a team that does a really nice job of working walks in their appearances. And one thing that our colleague and good friend, Coach Holly Hesse, told me that as of May 1st, walks this season in Division I are up 24%. So I think part of that is hitters are smarter. They've got a lot of technology, a lot of analytics, but strike zone may be shrinking a little bit. And the players understand that. And so therefore more walks being issued.
I know one of your in the circles conversation with all the coaches around the Missouri Valley Conference, that was one of the topic conversations you had with one of our coaches this year, is the fact that you don't see the ERAs. Maya's the outlier now in college softball. You just don't see the low ERAs like you used to.
It's very rare that, I shouldn't say very rare, it's rare to see the 1-0 games anymore, the 2-1 games anymore. Yes, there's going to be 1-run games, but they might be 8-7 or 5-6 or 24-16 games.
There's a strike call on the outside edge. Henricks, well, she keeps this up. She's going to be the tournament MVP. She's had a whale of a day.
She has. She is 4 for 5. A couple of doubles, 1 home run, 6 RBIs.
Northern Iowa trying to stay alive with a win here tonight. Takes that pitch, and it is a strike on the inside corner.
She is just seeing the ball so well. And down the stretch, been that consistent hitter in the lower part of the order.
And a grounder right back to Tucker. Goes to second for 1, and the turn not in time. They get the force out at second on the fielder's choice, and there's 2 away.
Are finally able to shut down Henricks, that slow roller right back up the middle.
And Aylin Reynolds will come in as the designated runner for Henricks. Get a little speed on the bases and try to see if he can do something in the bottom of the order here, Laura, and try to extend this 3-run lead with 2 outs. Finley 0 for 2 at that 9 spot for UNI.
Yeah, you get the speed in there. Maybe they'll try to steal a base. See if they can get the defense out of position.
is a strike, 1-1, as you see the lights really starting to take effect here in Carbondale. And a grounder. Voss going to have to make a, she's made a nice play just to eat it right there. That was just off the end of the bat, Laura, and there was just really nothing that Brooke could do with that. Infield single and back to the top of the order.
That's one of those, it's just a slow enough roller that Valentine can't get to it. Voss can get there, but won't have enough time to make the throw. And you're right, that's a smart heads-up play to try not to make that bad throw, to just put it in your pocket and go, okay, we'll wait for the next hitter. Let's get the force. We can get a force at any of the bases.
All right, 2 away, 2 on, bottom of the 5th. And a quick conference here in the circle with Tucker. As the top of the order now. Anish is 0 for 1 with a pair of walks and a strikeout in tonight's contest.
And she's one of those players that you kind of feel that she is due. Yeah, and that's maybe why the conference at the mound. That let's be careful with this hitter. Let's don't give her anything good, but we know that she's got a big stick. But get her to hit it on the ground, see if we can get a force at one of the bases.
Takes the first one outside for a ball.
She is 0 for 5 today with runners in scoring position. Does not happen very often. She's usually a hitter that comes through for the Panthers.
2-0.
Keep
3-0, excuse me, and the 3-0 pitch. And it's a, so there's your intentional walk to load the bases.
You load the bases, but then you get Bryn Acton, who really has been a highlight for them all season long.
Swinging at the first pitch, and that will go out of play into the bullpen area of Northern Iowa. Strike 1. So Tucker looked like she just wanted to go righty-lefty here, as Acton is wearing the collar.
And doing a good job getting ahead, throwing it up in the zone, getting her to swing through that.
0-2. 1-2.
Now again, with all these, especially the top 3, maybe top 4, you really have to be careful.
This one skied into left field down the line, and it is caught for the third out by Howe. And so Tucker gets out of that bases loaded jam. We go to the 6th. Northern Iowa holding on to the 3-run lead.
Valley wins the title game of the 2026 Missouri
All right, we take a look at the list of all-time tournament regular season Valley champs, current members only, and there you see the 14 for Illinois State, their last one in 2021. Meanwhile, for these Northern Iowa Panthers, go back to 2023, winning their 5th regular season championship. Evansville, well, it's 2000 the last time they have won a regular season championship in the Valley. In fact, you look at the last 2 championships, it's our top 2 seeds. Belmont this year, Southern Illinois, the 2nd seed, regular season champs last season in 2025. But as you know, it was Belmont that came away as the tourney champs in the Valley up in Des Moines last year.
Over the last couple of years, those two have been very consistent, and over many, many years, Southern Illinois has been very consistent.
Valentine is hit by a pitch by Enders, and it's a leadoff runner for the Aces. They've been scoreless the last 2 innings and 3 of the last 4.
Right off the, just above the elbow, it looks like, and didn't have a shield on, a guard on, so she took that one full on the flesh.
Emma McDonald has struck out the 2 plate appearances tonight against UNI pitching. Aces are running out of outs.
You know, it's interesting to see how certain players kind of put the pads on and how they approach their at-bats, and some get up there and just don't wear anything. And I'm old school. I kind of like getting up there and not having all, for me, weighting me down. I wouldn't fast anyway. Right. So you add a few extra pounds of pads and weights to slow you down, but seems like everybody has shin guards, elbow guards. And, you know, part of the reason is they crowd the plate.
Yep.
Pitchers are keeping them off the plate. They get hit by pitches, and so they're just protecting their body. But it is kind of nice to see somebody that gets up there and nothing covering up the arms or the legs.
It is unique now. And trying to bunt, and that's another strike.
Get a good look at Valentine. He's still kind of squeezing that hand, still trying to shake out some of the sting that's happening in that arm.
2-2. 3-2. Voss at the top of the order on deck for the Aces. Down 8-5 here, top of 6.
Trying to make it interesting here, put another runner on, and you're bringing the tying run to the plate.
And this one lined straight away center field, back and over the wall. It is a home run. Emma McDonald with her 2nd home run of the season. And folks, we got a ball game. It's now 8-7.
What a pretty swing. She was able to that was dead center and unloads on it. And as soon as she made contact, see Smithson giving chase, and she knew as she got to the warning track it was going to be out of here, and it does bring the tying run to the plate.
And we're going to have a pitching change, and we'll tell you who the new pitcher will be for UNI when we come back to Carbondale. Time for another call to the bullpen. It's brought to you by Rawlings, the official softball of the Missouri Valley Conference and the NCAA Championship. Rawlings, the mark of a pro.
Ashlyn Enke going to come in, and we saw her earlier in the first ball game, and she had 4 1/3 innings pitched in that ball game, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs. You can see 77 innings pitched here so far this season. She's going to pitch to contact, rely on that defense.
And she'll face the top of the order, Brooke Voss. 2 for 3, a home run, single, and a strikeout. Enke faced Evansville in one of the regular season matchups. Only an inning of work, gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts in that inning against the Purple Aces offense. Base is empty, no outs in the 6th. As the home run from McDonald is making it a 1-score game at 8-7. 7-8-0 for UE, 8-6-2 for UNI.
And Enke has to deal with the top of the order. Voss started him off with a home run in this ball game to give him the lead right away.
And that one lined foul. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Evansville just continually battling back, putting runners on, getting some clutch hits. Climb back into this ball game, make it very interesting here down the stretch.
This one line, and it's going to go down into the gap and to the wall, and Voss is going to hustle with the double. And the tying run is at second base for the Purple Aces.
What Coach Dillender likes about her up there in that leadoff spot, she's the one that kind of jump starts everything. She jump started this ball game, made that step, just waited enough for that ball to come into her and then splits the gap. And standing on second with nobody down.
Now let's see what Pine wants to do here. She threatened the bunt earlier in the game and slaps this one, and it's a liner right to Smith for the first out.
Perfect alignment defensively for that, as Smith was cheating over towards that third baseline, trying to fill that gap, because that's where those slappers like to try to hit. As Netton is charging in from third base, Smith is left to cover that opening, and she was right there to grab that line drive.
Now the third place hitter, Bodie, who has 17 RBIs on the season. Tying run at second, 1 away in the 6th. And now Enke way ahead on this count to the third place hitter in this Aces lineup. Morgan Adams on deck. Good pitch. And Bodie didn't try to chase after that pitch on the outside edge. 1-2. Enke.
A little situational hitting here, just thought process, trying to get to the right side, advance that runner, get her 60 feet closer.
Nicky skies this one into center field. Smithson goes back at the track, grabs it for the second out. Tagging and heading to third safely is Voss. 2 down.
That one, I think, made everybody in the Northern Iowa dugout hold their breath, because that one was sailing, looking like it might get out of here, but Smithson doing a good job of tracking that one down.
2 away. And this one lifted into center field. Smithson camps under it, but the Aces get 2 runs. Things are getting interesting in Carbondale as UNI comes to the plate and they have a 1-run lead.
Can you take me higher? Higher, higher. Can you take me higher?
Whether your day starts early or goes late into the night, brings the discovery of something new, or just the work of getting it done, it's all easier with a little help. At Great Southern Bank, we understand the importance of having a trusted, reliable support team who can offer you helpful resources and smart options to make the most of what you have and build on it, with possibilities that inspire you to keep going. Find your support team at GreatSouthernBank.com. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
Since 1907, we've been one Valley, united institutions with common goals, breaking down barriers and building up communities, and nurturing the next generation of leaders who care about more than just wins. MVC student athletes are leaving a lasting impact in the places they call home by sharing diverse perspectives and fostering a climate of unity for future Valley pioneers. We are one Valley.
Can you take me higher? Higher, higher. Can you take me higher?
3 more tomorrow in the MVC softball tournament game of the Valley on ESPN. Game 1 at high noon Central Time. 5th seed Illinois State matches up against top seed Belmont right here at Dr. Charlotte West Stadium in Carbondale. And again, first pitch slated at noon Central, the Valley on ESPN. Tight one here, an elimination game in day 1 as Northern Iowa has the 1-run lead at 8-7 as they bat in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 3, 4, and 5 due up against Alexis Tucker, the hurler for the Aces, who has come in relief of Ridgeway.
Panthers looking to get an insurance run here in this inning.
Lappy is 0 for 2. And you alluded to it with the strikeout in her last at bat in the 4th inning. Doesn't really look like her normal self right now, but you know that could change in a blink of an eye. 3-0 pitch.
It's not had really good pitch selection. Has swung at some pitches out of the zone. Maybe a little over anxious.
And now Tucker has worked it to a full count. Lappy Callahan, who has a home run, is on deck.
Lappy coming into this ball game, 48 strikeouts, couple more here, and again, it's kind of you got to take the good with the bad with a hitter like this because she can produce a lot of runs at the plate.
Kate making Alexis work here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouling pitches off as we remain 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 6th for the Cats. This one lifted into center field, and camping under it is McDonald for the first out.
Big first out for Evansville to get a hitter like that, because Lappy certainly can set the tone for this half of the inning if she could get a big hit. But she pops up and is first out of the ball or the inning.
Now Caitlin Callahan, one of the 3 home runs for UNI in this game this evening.
Just have to, again, and I know I keep saying it, you got to be very careful.
This one lifted into left, and Howe is there. 2 up, 2 down.
Tucker making some good pitches, getting in on the hands of these power hitters, and they're not getting the barrel of the bat to the ball.
Ava Smithson, who also has a home run in tonight's game. 6 home runs through 2 games for the Panthers here today. 3 tonight and 3 earlier today. Unfortunately, those 3 home runs earlier today wasn't enough. Huge rally for Illinois State in the top half of the 7th. Pushed them to the game tomorrow against Belmont in the winner's bracket, as they'll take on the top seed, as we mentioned. Murray State with the victory in game 2, as the 3rd seed will take on Southern Illinois in our 3 o'clock game here in Carbondale. We'll see the Salukis for the first time, the 2nd seed.
And I had a chance to see Murray State play in a weekend series against Drake last weekend, and they are playing some really good softball right now. They might be one of the hottest teams coming into this tournament.
Can Tucker put away Smithson and set up for the 7th? And it is a walk. 2-out walk issued to Ava. Now Sakura Smith has scored 2 times. And popped out. Hit deep into left field back. It is gone! 4th home run of the game for UNI, and Smith with a 2-run shot pads the lead for the Cats.
Wasted no time, and the walk comes back to haunt Evansville as they could not get through the inning. 1, 2, 3, they put Smithson on, and Sakura Smith, 1 pitch, 1 swing, and that ball is out of here, and you could see Tucker's reaction. She knew it as soon as it took flight. Those are the insurance runs that the Panthers were looking for.
Eight walks have been issued to this Northern Iowa offense here tonight. And that is really going to be one of the storylines right now if Northern Iowa holds on. That 2-out walk sets up the 2-run shot by Smith to make it a 10-7 ball game.
Just little things like that, just not being able to finish the inning, keeping the lineup moving for Northern Iowa. Everyone in that lineup has potential to knock one out, and Smith, who had been kind of quiet throughout both games, steps up there, and the first pitch she sees drives it.
Peyton Johnson has 3 of those 8 walks tonight. She has walked every time she's been to the plate. Make it. Oh, that's a strike call in the outside corner. That was close. Full count at 3-2. Now you can make it 4 in a row.
Oh, and that's, you know, you feel Evansville, you're just going to get out of this inning. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you get the miss in the zone and the home run. You give them a couple more runs, and then another walk.
Well, in the 7th inning for Evansville, they'll have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up: Wilkins, Woolsey, and Howe. But they need to get one more out here to force themselves into that 7th inning and try to keep it a 3-run deficit. And we'll get a designated runner now coming in for the Northern Iowa Panthers. That'll be Addison Bruner. And now the most dangerous hitter in this lineup, batting 8th, Henricks, who's had a massive day here in Carbondale.
They have had a very hard time getting her out.
So did Illinois State.
And so did Illinois State, yeah. I mean, there are just days as a hitter, you're feeling pretty good about your swing. You're seeing the ball well. See that home run, a single here in this ball game.
Two and one to the catcher for UNI. This one lined into center field, and it's going to drop. Another hit, and the runner will have to hold at second. So the 2-out rally continues for Northern Iowa, and that's been a theme today, both in Game 1 and Game 2 for UNI, is 2-out rallies.
Yeah, they don't give up on anything. They just continue, even there's 2 outs, just want to go up and get good quality at bats. See if they can keep people coming to the plate and score as many runs as they possibly can. They have had, we're going to get a pitching change here for the Aces, but they are a team that can explode for a lot of runs in an inning. We've seen them score 11 in an inning, 13 in an inning.
When we come back, we'll tell you who the new pitcher is for Evansville in this bottom of the 6th. Rawlings, the official softball of the Missouri Valley Conference and the NCAA tournament. Rawlings, the mark of a pro.
Well, Gracie Hollingsworth going to come in. She's going to try to close this one out. And again, you just have to be able to locate pitches. She's got a little pace, a little rise. 21 innings so far this season. 21 2/3 to be exact, so not a whole lot of experience in the circle coming in and being asked to get that 3rd out.
3rd out has been tough for whoever's been in the circle this afternoon and this evening against this Northern Iowa offense. And this is outside with the first delivery. The freshman netting 1 for 3. All of this offense coming after the first 2 batters were retired in this bottom of the 6th.
Well, and as you had mentioned, they have done a lot of damage. First game and this game with 2 outs, 2-out rallies. You just can't let up on this Panther team at all. Just when you think you have them right where you want them, they come up with that big clutch hit or a big home run.
This one lined down, and it is fair. 1 run will score, and it's now 11-7 Cats. Another RBI for Netton.
ball was up in the zone, and she just leveled things off. She was able to go up and get that one and drop it right down the line in left field. Get one run in, but the other runners hold up.
Now Benish, the 8th hitter to come to the plate in the 6th inning. Two and 0. Well, you and I wanted to pad that 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th, and they have done so, all with 2 outs, as they have played at 3 so far. 2-0. And a check swing, and it is caught by Howe. And we go to the top half of the 7th. Can Northern Iowa hold on and move on? We'll find out next.
Valley fans are next.
State Farm, a proud partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, Morgan Verts is going to come in and pitch, but take a look here at the players of the game. Brooke Voss for Evansville, a solo home run, and then Drew Henricks. Man, I'll tell you what, she is seeing the ball very well today and has had a great 2 games here to start this tournament.
And our call to the bullpen is brought to you by Rawlings, the official softball of the Missouri Valley Conference and the NCAA Championship. Rawlings, the mark of a pro. Morgan Vert's going to close it out for the Cats and move on to day 2 in this elimination game. She will face the 5th, 6th, and 7th place hitters in this Evansville lineup that has 7 runs on 9 hits. They just scored 2 in the 6th inning. Can they get a 7th inning comeback a la Illinois State earlier in Illinois State's comeback victory against Northern Iowa?
Verts a couple of innings pitched in their first game. Gave up a couple of runs, a couple of hits in that game against Illinois State.
Wilkins hacking away at 2-0. Interesting decision.
Yeah, you got to be smart, be selective at the plate, but she saw a pitch that she thought she could drive.
By the way, Paige Peterson is now in center field, defensive replacement for UNI. 3-1.
Yeah, be patient at the plate, work your way on somehow, some way. Be that table setter for the Aces.
Wilkins has been on base twice tonight.
Oh, great off speed. Just pulls the string on that one. You got Wilkins out on that front foot.
You know what? I'd throw the same thing again.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here from Verts. 3-2 is on its way. And Wilkins stays alive.
She did take a little something off of that, you're right, and able to get a piece of it.
Benish, the second baseman, shading towards second base. Wilkins has some room there between first and second. And she'll work a walk. Second walk of the game for Wilkins. Leadoff hitter is on. Now.
We're gonna get a pinch runner.
Looks like Wilsey will be lifted and we'll have a pinch hitter coming in.
Pinch runner. We've got Dory Brown coming in over at first to run for Wilkins.
I'm sorry, it is Wilsey at the plate, and a pinch runner, as Laura alluded to. No outs. Wilsey takes a strike call. Jess is 1 for 2 tonight.
Did have a home run against the Panthers regular season.
Strike 2.
Vert's doing a great job of locating those pitches to get ahead on a really tough hitter.
Wilsey chases and the strikeout. One away.
That's a pitcher just bearing down. Coming at a hitter with 3 really quality pitches. That's a little mustard behind that one.
I think that's called ain't messing around, right?
That ain't messing around at all. See if she continues that kind of approach.
Ooh, there's a nice off-speed delivery to Taylor Howe and gets it in there for a called strike.
Mixing it up a little bit. Keep the hitters guessing.
You see Taylor 1 for 2 with the RBI single this evening. Aces need base runners. Fouled off. Interesting to see Verts. I noticed this earlier today with that big brace on her right leg.
Yeah, she's adjusting it, but knows how to work with that.
Struck out. The second batter looking. 2 away.
Again, would you say ain't messing around? Just froze that hitter and Howe. And she knew it when she saw it go across the plate. Couldn't pull the trigger on it. I believe we have a pinch hitter.
Eliza Piggott will come in and pinch hit for Valentine with 2 outs. Runner on at first. And the Aces are down to their final out. Down by 4. They had a 4-0 lead after scoring 4 in the top half of the first. Verts is not messing around now. There's another strike.
Yeah, changing speeds, changing location. Had somebody coming in off the bench that has been in that dugout, trying to get warm, get loose.
Strike 2. Purple Aces down to the last strike.
You can tell she's feeling pretty good about her stuff right now. She's just kind of got that attitude in the circle.
Fastball, and it misses 1-2. That's a tough pitch to take there. I'll tell you what, that was close. Good by Eliza. Here comes the 1-2. Didn't chase, 2-2. Now let's see if she comes back with that changeup here.
Changeup, or she may just want to slam the door and just take care of business.
This one grounded to third, and the force out, and the Cats move on to day 2. A comeback win for UNI, the 4th seed, as they win it here tonight in comeback fashion by a final of 11-7.
Boy, and Evansville made it interesting. I mean, they got out to that big lead. They got that 4-0 lead, tacked on another one in the third. But then Northern Iowa and those bats, which are so hard to keep down, showed the power, flexed the muscle again, and able to pull out the victory and advance to tomorrow.
All right, let's get to our play of the game, a presentation of Rawlings, the official softball of the Missouri Valley Conference, and the NCAA Championship. Rawlings, the mark of a pro.
There you go, a 2-run home run, and that was by Sikora Smith, and that padded that lead for the Panthers, gave them those extra insurance runs that they needed in this ball game.
So the Panthers move on to day 2. They'll play at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, and their opponent to be determined. As smiles from the Cats in their victory here this evening against Evansville, and we take a look at the bracket, and there you see Northern Iowa moving on to that elimination game that again will be here at Carbondale tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, and it'll be determined who they will play. Will it be the lower seed of the team that loses one of the 2 games tomorrow? And of course, we get it started noon with number 1 seed Belmont taking on Illinois State.
You'll get a chance to see that number 1 team, and you get a chance to see the leader in strikeouts in the country, in Maya Johnson for Belmont. It's going to be a good game to start us off tomorrow.
So for Laura Leonard, our entire Tupelo Honey production crew, and our executive producer of the Valley on ESPN, Jack R. Watkins, I'm Scott Warman saying so long from Carbondale. We'll see you at noon tomorrow, the Valley on ESPN.